to talk to Abel and get him to realize he's wrong about Ben. He isn't listening to anything I say. Ben's a great guy. I'm serious. I bet he and Ben would be friends if things were different. I'm not taking part in any of this. I get you like the guy, but he's on a registry, Emily. You have to understand why he's not ever going to be okay with someone like that around, baby. He made a mistake. Yeah, I get that. He tried hooking up with someone who lied about their age. But come on, it's not like he was messing with a little kid. I would get if he had a history of hurting actual kids, but he never hurt anyone. He just made a mistake with a teenager. That's what he says. Did you ever look into it past that? What if he's lying to you? He's not lying to me. He's a good man, and he loves me and baby. I trust him completely, more than I ever trusted Abel. That's crazy. Abel has his flaws, but he is baby's father and loves her. He wouldn't ever put her in danger. You are putting baby in danger by having an offender live in her home with her. You don't know the real Abel yet. Your relationship is still brand new. Just wait until the mask drops and you see him for who he really is. Let me know when he starts beating on you too. If you don't get rid of Ben, you're going to end up losing baby. No court is going to be okay with baby living in the home with an offender. I can't get rid of him. We're a family now. Abel needs to get over himself and realize that baby will never be safer than she is when she's with me. I'm her mother. You aren't. I know I'm not her mother, but I don't understand how you as her mother are putting a man over your child. She's not the only child involved in the situation. What are you talking about? She's your only child. She's the top priority. I'm pregnant. Ben and I are having a baby, and I will not be a single mom again. This baby is going to have a whole family. What about baby? She just doesn't matter anymore. She's not the only kid I have to worry about. I can only do so much. After Emily's pregnancy announcement bombshell, time seemed to fly in warp speed, with the texts between Emily and I and Emily and Abel. The attorney Abel hired was confident he would be able to get Abel sole physical custody immediately. He also said it helped Abel's case that Emily had not attempted to visit baby since we brought her back home or even called to check on her. He filed an emergency petition, which was denied since baby was with us and not in immediate danger, but got us set up with a hearing date 2 weeks out. How did your meeting with the attorney go? Is there anything he's needing us to do or send in before court next week? No, nothing like that. But there is something he brought up that could really help the case and show that I am the more stable parent for baby. I don't know how you'll feel about it though. What is it? If it's going to make sure that baby doesn't have to go back around that creep, it's worth it. He said the judge we are set to go in front of is really old-fashioned. He doesn't approve of people living together before marriage and thinks it makes them unstable and unsafe. The attorney is worried that Emily will get baby back if she just claims Ben is not living there anymore. Do you need me to move out? I don't want to, but if that's going to help keep her safe, I will. I can go stay with some friends at least until court is through. No, if Emily finds out you moved right back and she could tell the judge and take baby back. I know it's not ideal, and it's not how I was planning on doing this. But the attorney recommended we get married. Married? Yeah, we could just go to the courthouse and get it done legally. I was planning on a big proposal like you deserve, but obviously this put a time crunch on me. But I love you. And I want you to be my wife either way. This just gets us there faster. So you're not just asking me to marry you for baby. You're asking because you really want me to be your wife. Yes, baby. I was planning on asking next month on your birthday. I have the ring and everything. We can always do the courthouse and then have a big wedding later on if that's what you want. But what do you say? Will you do this with me and help me keep baby safe? Of course. Abel and I went to apply for a marriage license that same day at the county courthouse. For something so life-changing, the process was extremely simple. We were in and out within an hour. We went again 2 days later during Abel's lunch break and actually had the county clerk marry us. Abel had 2 friends from work come with him to stand in as witnesses. Judging by the looks on their faces, they had no idea what they were about to do until they arrived. And while I was dumb enough to be over the moon about getting married, a part of me was also devastated on how it was happening. I understood it was supposedly to help keep baby safe. But the fact that I had no family in attendance and no white dress or even ring broke me. We exchanged silicone bands. Abel said they were the best option due to his work. A regular band could end up hurting him badly if there was an accident. There was no reason I had to have a silicone ring, though. Why aren't you wearing your ring? If it's too big or too tight, you can let me know so we can get the right size. No, it fits fine. I just must have forgot to put it back on after my shower. I'll get it next time I'm in the bathroom. You don't have to take it off to take a shower. That's the cool thing about silicone rings. You never have a reason to take them off. You look miserable. Did you lose it or something? I can tell something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. I guess I just always had a mental image of what my wedding ring would look like, and it definitely wasn't a silicone band. But it's fine, seriously, the ring doesn't matter, right? It doesn't to me, but clearly it does to you. I'm sorry the ring I got wasn't good enough for you. I figured you'd understand that I did the best I could while having no time before we actually marry. D. I guess I'm just confused too. You said you had already bought me a ring before the attorney recommended we should get married. So you had bought me a silicone ring before the attorney said to get married? No, okay, honestly, I didn't actually buy a ring, but I already had been planning to propose soon, and I wanted to make sure you didn't think this was only about baby. But I thought you would care more about us getting married versus having that ring for a few weeks. Maybe I made a mistake in asking you to do this for me. We can just go get this annulled. Hopefully the attorney is right about being able to keep baby safe without this. No, I'm not saying that I want us to get our marriage annulled. I wasn't even going to say anything about the ring, but you kept asking. It's seriously not a big deal to me. It is. I can see how much you hate it. You don't actually want to be married. I can tell. You just did this for baby. And thanks for wanting to help protect her. But I don't want to be married to someone who cares more about rings and weddings than me. The attorney and I can figure it out. I shouldn't have pushed so hard. Abel, stop it. You know that isn't true. You know I love you and baby more than any ring or anything. I'm over the moon about being married to you. I do not want an annulment. Are you sure? This is the last time I'm going to ask. After this, you're locked in with me for life. I'm not getting a divorce. Yes, I'm sure. I'm with you and baby. We are a family now, for real. I don't want to get a divorce either. I only want one marriage. Then please go and get your ring and put it back on. If you want to be my wife, then you need to always have that ring on your finger, okay? Okay, I'll get it now. Maybe after we're done in court for baby, we can use some money to get us real rings to wear when we're going out or something. We can have a whole big wedding after court's over if that's what you want. Anything you want, as long as it makes you happy. It would make me happy. I haven't even told my friends that I got married. I'd like to be able to invite them to our wedding. Well, if that's what you want, we can make it happen.